Hello and welcome back to another reading of Hot Flash Divas. I'm author Shirley Garrett, and today we're going to read chapter 36, Plan A. I set Gina's Plan A into effect with a Friday night date with Nathan Rome. The day of our date, I was subpoenaed to testify as an expert witness regarding a custody case. I had to leave from work to be on time. Nathan and I met at TGI Fridays, located on University Drive. Dressed in a dark suit with low heels, I looked crisp and professional. Nathan's attire strayed more toward dressy casual. I wasn't concerned since women often outdress men on dates. Once seated at a table by the window, I perused the menu and frowned. Nathan cocked a brow, looking concerned. Didn't you find anything to your liking? Oh, yes. It's just that all the portions here are so large, and I'm not a big eater. What are you considering? I pointed at each entree as I gave my verbal list. Those are the ones I was looking at, too. I sat straighter. Would you consider sharing a meal? Nathan grinned. Excellent idea. Our dinner conversation fleshed out Nathan as a person. He was a military brat with 3 siblings who had been drugged around the world by the Army. I was fascinated by his mind. Nathan was a bona fide genius. While I was in the Mensa range, he had at least 10 IQ points on me. Although I found his mind to be wicked sexy, his appearance didn't trigger my sexual juices. Every time I looked at him, cue ball head popped into my mind. I feared it would slip past my tongue one day. Perhaps all that high-level brain activity singed the roots of his hair. My college friend Carolyn would go crazy for Nathan. She loves shaved heads. Too bad she's overseas, or I'd hook them up. Don't get me wrong, I like Nathan and found him fascinating. For me, sexual attraction is there or it isn't. Nathan and I could become great friends, except I could tell by the way he was looking at me, he wanted more than friendship. After dinner, he took me to his company and introduced me to his staff. His business partner, an attractive redhead, checked me out from stem to stern. The corners of her mouth turned down before she pasted on a smile that didn't reach her eyes. She seemed almost possessive toward Nathan. At one point, she walked over and placed her hand on his shoulder. Her body language screamed, "Mine." I wondered if she had a thing for him, maybe an unrequited love. Afterward, we took a walk in the area near Oakwood College. There were long stretches of sidewalks, and it was a lovely afternoon, not too hot or humid. Are you sure you're all right walking in those heels? Nathan glanced down at my low-heeled pumps. Sure, I don't buy shoes if I can't walk in and be comfortable. Nathan shrugged. Beautiful, intelligent, and practical. Every man's dream. Really? I find that I scared the bejesus out of most men after I opened my mouth. I noticed that your partner was giving me a critical eye. I should probably explain. He paused so long, I wondered what he would say. She's my ex-wife. I stopped. Nathan walked several paces past me before he realized I'd stopped. A little yellow flag fluttered in my mind. About that time, a swarm of gnats surrounded me. He held out his arms, palms up. I know it's strange. We started the business together and just kept running it together. She's remarried now. Who asked for the divorce? I crossed my arms and widened my stance. She did. He shrugged as he shifted his weight. Why? I swatted the pesky critters away from my face. Nathan stared at the pavement. She fell in love with another guy. The guy she married? I was practically cross-eyed from the gnats swarming around my head. Yeah, he ran his hand over his bare pate, which was gnat-free. I took off walking at a brisk pace, trying to outrun the gnats. The pesky buggers continued to surround me, undaunted by my flailing arms. The waving yellow flag in my mind upgraded to red. I didn't get this arrangement. I didn't even want to look at Todd at that point in my post-divorce recovery, let alone run a company with him every day. I'd sensed an undercurrent of anger below the surface of Nathan's calm, kind exterior during our dinner. This emotion could be one of the causes. We made it back to the cars. I unlocked the door. I need to go. These gnats are unrelenting. Despite my waving arms, one gnat flew into my mouth. Yuck! Please open the door for me. When I get back to this point, I'm going to try to outrun these gnats. I raced around the car, waving my arms like a crazy person, and slid behind my steering wheel. Slamming the door, I inhaled and sighed. Running my hands through my hair, I found a few gnats and squashed them. The swarm was whirling with frantic intensity outside my window. I wondered if they would pace my car as I drove home. I yelled through the closed window of my car, "Thanks for dinner!" "I'll call you," he bellowed back. I waved and ground my engine to a start. The swarm moved to serve me through the windshield. I revved my engine and rammed the gas pedal to the floor, determined to leave the pesky creatures behind. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, leave comments. I enjoy all of those. Have a great day. Be safe and be healthy.